December 10th, 2024. Stream of consciousness video. Yeah, I am about to go to an Authentic Relating Games meetup. I have been to them a couple times before, and they're always really awesome to connect with people authentically. Just feels really special to be in that space, so I'm taking advantage of that happening tonight, and I'm gonna go. I've been on a break from school or internship, and I will be for this month going into next, about a week into January. And it's feeling really great because I'm feeling a big general slowdown happening. The days are really short and it's cold, and that feels like the natural way to be. I was thinking today, I rewatched some videos, some of these videos, and then I went on a kind of nostalgic photo roll journey, camera roll journey. And at least with these videos, well, I was surprised at some of the things I was saying in videos a couple of years ago. I think I've had the image that like so much has changed in the way that I view things and the way I feel, and that might actually be true. But at least from some of the videos I found talking about similar things like stream of consciousness, I was actually pretty surprised and impressed with what I was talking about. Even if I didn't have an embodied awareness of it, I had this awareness of it, so that's a start. Yeah, and that was kind of a nice reflection. I also realized when I was rewatching these videos a little bit, there's a tendency to filter a lot of what I say, like needing to talk slowly and make sure that what's coming out is exactly what I want to say. I think I want to practice not doing that and see how things come out when they just come out. That is the stream. I'm so used to so much filtering that the kind of unbridled, unfiltered self, Tay, is, it's seen a lot less of the light of day. So, yeah, I kind of want to lean into just saying what's coming up. It doesn't mean I still can't move slow and think about what's coming up and be intentional in the words I'm using, but just not trying to make it something that I'm wording it in a way where it deserves to be said, or it's impressive, or it's very eloquent. I just saying it, and how it comes out is how it comes out that day. Yeah, I had a pretty chill morning. I've been doing a lot of movement. I went over to my friend's place and helped them set up Logic and the Apollo. They got an interface and they need some help with that because as creatives, as you know, that sort of the very like hardware part of it, of like setting up the mic, setting up the DAW, knowing how to do this, doing the firmware, hardware, blah, 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 blah. It can really get in the way of the creativity itself when you just want to go and sit down and create. All the things that are in place that have to happen before that can really hinder it, especially today where it feels like our attention is such a vital resource, and it's a resource that's taken away from us so constantly, that when we get glimpses of it, when we have glimpses of it, we really want to take advantage of it. And if things aren't in place, it's just that much easier for it to get taken away again. Honestly, the journey to reclaim attention and reclaim space and slowness has been paramount in this whole thing. Something came up today, so the CEO of United Healthcare was shot by, I don't know, some people are calling a vigilante, but this person was highly educated, came from a family of people working in healthcare, and was very intentional with his decision to do that. These are just my thoughts on it as I'm processing it in real time. There's been a lot of folks who have like sided with the person who did this, and because United Healthcare has been known for denying like 40% more claims than any other insurance company, and they're also like the biggest insurance company, definitely in the nation. I don't know about the world, but they are one of the biggest, if not the biggest. And denying claims specifically for people in hospice, and just, you know, causing direct pain and suffering at the expense of profit. And it just got me thinking about everything I'm learning about nonviolent communication, and, you know, the way that these sorts of things have been handled in the past, and whether or not a single act aimed at eliciting or undoing like the entirety of a system works in our favor or not. I read an article about Mussolini, and it was in relationship to the assassination attempts on Trump, and both very similar things happened. Basically, Mussolini had a lot of assassination attempts as well, and there's a very famous picture of him with a bandage over his nose. Basically, long story short, the article was saying that these assassination attempts, they just actually really help out that dictator to show how resilient they are and how independent they can overcome anything, and it actually really rises their support. And I'm curious what something like this does, if it's the same, if there's something similar there, something different, and just thinking about finding the humanity in people even when they're doing things that are actively causing mass suffering. Where do we find the line with protective violence or not? And is an act such as that with a single person, is that really going to change the structure of United Healthcare? I mean, it's drawn attention to it, but in some ways, I would say that most of us already knew how incredibly corrupt insurance is in general. So that's not really surprising. Anyway, that's over 7 minutes. I'm gonna go.